This is some of the history of the Sioux Locks. This information is coming from a website called Sault Ste. Marie Pure, Michigan. I'll put a link to that site in the video description. Lots of information there if you plan to go to this area. Places to stay, times and dates, and all the important information if you're going to the Sioux Locks to check out the giant ships. The history of the Sioux Locks dates back to the region's earliest days when the Ojibwe Indians portaged their canoes around the rapids to reach Lake Superior from the St. Mary's River. The Ojibwe were originally hunter-gatherers and traders, and they traveled extensively throughout the region by canoe. The area around the Sioux Locks were important gathering places for trading centers for the Ojibwe for many years. The Ojibwe also used the rapids of the St. Mary's River, which the Sioux Locks were built to bypass, as an important fishing area. As trade increased and larger boats became prevalent in the Northwest Territory, the process of unloading and hauling cargo around the rapids in wagons became necessary. In 1797, the Northwest Fur Company constructed a 38-foot navigation lock on the Canadian side of the river for small boats. This lock remained in use until the War of 1812, when it was destroyed. Subsequently, freighters and boats had to be portaged around the rapids once again. In 1852, Congress passed an act granting 750,000 acres of public land to the state of Michigan as compensation to the company that would build a lock permitting waterborne commerce between Lake Superior and the other Great Lakes. In 1853, the Fairbanks Scale Company, with extensive mining interests in the Upper Peninsula, undertook this challenging construction. The first chamber to be built was the State Lock, completed in 1855. This lock tamed the 21-foot difference in water levels between Lake Superior and the other Great Lakes and made easy transport between the two possible. The federal government took control of the property and the lock system in the 1870s. Boats that passed through the state lock were required to pay a toll of 4 cents per ton until 1877, when the toll was reduced to 3 cents. Within a few years, commerce through the canal had grown to a national importance, and the need for newer locks became clear. The funds required exceeded the state's capabilities, and in 1881, the locks were transferred to the United States and were placed under the jurisdiction of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineering. And they have operated the locks toll-free since that time. The Winslow Lock opened in 1881, and the original Poe Lock, which was named after Orlando Poe, was completed in 1896. The Davis and Saban locks were built in 1914 and 1919 respectively. The MacArthur Lock, named after General Douglas MacArthur, was constructed in 1943, and the Poe Lock was rebuilt in 1968 to accommodate the larger and more modern ships such as the 13,000-foot freighters of the Great Lakes. Some interesting facts. The Sioux Locks are 100% gravity fed and require no pumps. To lift or lower the boats, the Poe Lock requires an astonishing 22 million gallons of water. To do repairs, the locks are closed from January the 15th till March the 25th every year. The bedrock beneath the locks is 1,000 foot thick and made of reddish sandstone. It would take 584 train cars to move 70,000 tons of cargo, or just one 1,000-foot freighter. The Paul R. Togurtha is the largest freighter that uses the Poe Locks. She measures 1,013.5 feet long and 105 feet wide. She is a huge one. Visitors to the Sioux Locks can take in the sights and sounds of mammoth lake freighters and distinctive vessels such as tall ships, sailboats, cruise ships, and military craft locking into Lake Superior or Lake Huron. The observation platform located in the Sioux Locks provides a fantastic vantage point to watch the locking process. The park also boasts a lit foundation, manicured greens, a beautiful Japanese archway, and trees representing those found throughout the Upper Peninsula. The Sioux Locks Visitor Center is located near the entryway into the park. The center offers a wealth of information about the history of the Sioux Locks and the Great Lakes region as a whole. Numerous displays and interactive exhibits provide educational opportunities for all ages. A wonder of engineering and human ingenuity. Affectionately called the Linchpin of the Great Lakes by the United States Army Corps of Engineers, the Sioux Locks are a remarkable feat of engineering and human ingenuity that connects Lakes Superior and Huron. The locks operate by rising and lowering boats between the levels of Lake Superior and the lower Great Lakes using a series of gates and chambers, and are a popular tourist destination, attracting an estimated 500,000 visitors annually. The Sioux Locks, located in the St. Mary's River, allow freighters to navigate between Lake Superior and the lower Great Lakes, the St. Lawrence Seaway, and international markets. This essential transportation link moves nearly 86 million tons of cargo annually, including 95% of the United States iron ore. The construction of the new Sioux Lock began in 2019, and it is expected to take at least 10 years to complete. The project, as of 2023, now costs $3.22 billion, more than 3 times its initial price, due to labor shortages, supply chain disruption, and material cost increases over the past 4 years. The new lock will be built adjacent to the pole lock and will be the same size, allowing for more efficient traffic flow and reducing delays. The project is seen as critical to the U.S. economy and the national security, as the Great Lakes shipping industry is a vital part of the country's transportation infrastructure. The new Sioux Lock will ensure continued, reliable, and safe navigation of goods and materials throughout the Great Lakes, helping to support economic growth and maintain the region's competitiveness in the global markets. This is an awesome place to go and watch the ships. It is very popular. Like this article said, up to 500,000 people annually go there to see the ships. It is a tourist destination. And like I said at the start of the video, I will put a link to this website if you're new to the area, if you're going for the first time. It gives lots of very good information.